So you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're just too busy. Look, I get it. I've built 2 YouTube channels of my own, including this one that hit over 1,000 subscribers in less than 28 days, and my other one that brings in about a little over 100,000 views per month. And on top of that, I'm a YouTube strategist for a living, so I literally grow other people's channels every single day for work. It's all I do. So today I'm gonna show you exactly the same systems, the frameworks, the SOPs, and strategies that I use to come out with so much content for myself and for my clients every single week without burning out or despite feeling too busy. But before I tell you what those frameworks, systems, and strategies are, I need to make sure that you're not a part of the majority, because most people think you need 20 plus hours a week to run a successful channel, but that's just completely wrong if you do it right. See, the busiest people, they often make the best creators because they've mastered one critical skill: efficiency and leverage. See, at this point, I've helped dozens of busy professionals, 6-figure entrepreneurs, build successful YouTube channels in just 3 to 5 hours of their time spent per week. And they're seeing crazy social and monetary results. 99% of aspiring creators, they waste time on things that don't really matter while ignoring the 20% of actions that actually drive 80% of results. Let that sink in. Again, before I show you my exact 3-step system for building a YouTube channel when you're insanely busy, which, let's be real, all of us are, I want you to understand that this isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. So first, let me address the biggest myth about YouTube success. See, the first step is the one that is by far the most important, yet also the most overlooked. Most busy people think consistency means uploading every single day of the week without fail. They believe that quantity is the key to YouTube success. But here's what actually happens. They rush their content, they burn out after a month, and quit before seeing any real results. I'm not exaggerating here when I say I've analyzed literally hundreds of successful channels started by busy professionals, hiring entrepreneurs, and I've discovered something surprising in all of it. The most successful, busy creators, they don't focus on quantity, they focus on quality and strategic planning, or leveraging others to come out with high quality content at high quantity. So what's the first step that makes all the difference? It's creating a content bank before you ever even hit publish. But after creating your content strategy, there's one thing that YouTubers will completely neglect and leave till the end of the video creation process, when in reality, it should actually be one of the first things you do. See, instead of filming one video at a time, what successful, busy creators do is they batch their content. They create 4 to 8 videos in a single day. In fact, this is my 5th YouTube video that I'm recording today. By the time you watch this, I'll have filmed this video weeks ago. And then after that, what people do is they schedule them to release over 1 to 2 months. And here's exactly how to do it for yourself. First is you need to pick 1 day per month for filming, ideally a weekend if you work a full-time job. The second thing you want to do is prepare all of your scripts, all of your outlines the week before so that you're ready to just film when you sit down. The third thing you want to do is set up your filming space once. Meaning set your lights up, set your tripod, your camera up, do it once and leave it there so you don't have to spend so much time setting it up and taking it down each time. The fourth thing is to record all your videos back to back. Just get it over with. And fifth and finally is send them to an editor or batch your editing sessions if you can't afford an editor. See, when I was working random full-time jobs to make ends meet so that I could provide for my family while turning my current career into a sustainable income, I'd wake up literally at 5 a.m. 2 days a week. I'd script, I'd plan, and I'd film 6 videos before it ever hit noon. And then I was done with filming for the entire month. And this approach, what it did is saved me probably around 8 hours per month in just setup time alone, putting equipment up, setting it up, and then tearing it back down. But there's a critical mistake most people make when batching content. And this next step I'm about to share with you is perhaps one of the most disregarded steps of them all, yet it's also one that drives the most results. You see, most busy creators spend 80% of their limited time that they have on video production and only 20% on strategy. But the successful creators, they quite literally do the opposite. In fact, here's where the Pareto Principle comes in, or the 80-20 rule, right? The 80-20 breakdown of where your limited time should go. In my opinion, 40% should go all in on research, planning, and packaging. Ideation, thumbnail design, and titles. Remember, if they don't click, they don't watch. This is the most important part of all. Coming up with potential video topics, analyzing competitor videos that performed well, finding outliers, creating simple script outlines, not full scripts if you're super busy or you don't like reading full scripts. Then I would spend 20% of my time on filming, batch filming multiple videos in one session, using similar equipment. Setups don't require a lot of adjusting or tear down or setup. And then finally, I'd spend the last percentage on editing using templates and presets if you can. But honestly, when it comes to editing, if you're not an editor yourself, the highest leverage thing that you could possibly do is outsource editing when possible. And I'll show you affordable options or ways to do this in just a second. But I would also spend this last percentage that I have on optimizing and promoting my content as well. Again, I want to drill this into your brain. Remember, if they don't click, they don't watch. So spend time on thumbnails and titles, and ideation is probably the most important part of this. Now, I've found that busy creators who follow this 80-20 Pareto Principle rule consistently outperform those who spend all their time perfecting production quality. There's one more secret though that separates successful busy creators from those who completely burn out. And if I'm being honest, it's something most people completely overlook. The most efficient YouTube creators, they don't do everything themselves. They create leverage. They build systems. They build OSs, operating systems, and selectively outsource the most time-consuming tasks and draining tasks. In fact, here are the top 3 things that I think you should consider outsourcing first. First and foremost being the editing. If you're not an editor, this is the most draining and time-consuming thing of them all. And if you have a very tight budget to start, I recommend hiring a beginner for much cheaper so that you can at least get something watchable without having to do the work yourself. The second thing I would outsource is thumbnail creation. Once you have a template, this can be outsourced for literally $5 to $10 per thumbnail if they're really simple. Or what I would more so recommend is to actually have a little bit higher of a budget and just hire a legit thumbnail designer to do a really good thumbnail design job for you. Because remember, this is probably one of the most important parts of the whole process outside of the title and idea. Remember what I said already twice. If they don't click, they don't watch. The thumbnail and titles will enable them or get them to click. So spend time on those and spend budget on those. The third thing is research or hiring a virtual assistant who can gather data, do research, get quotes, do competitor analysis for you, right? They charge $5 to $10 per hour, depending on where you hire them from. And if you train them properly, they can give you pretty epic scripts with super high quality and high quality research as well. You can also train your assistant to use really good AI tools like Get Poppy AI. And you can train that AI software on your own voice, on how you talk, the content you consume, your competitors, and basically spend a lot of upfront time teaching your VA on how to use that AI that's trained on you and how to actually come out with scripts using that AI, so that by spending so much upfront input time training them, you can buy back your time later on because now they could just consistently give you good scripts exactly how you want them. When I started, I was spending like 15 hours per video, sometimes way more honestly, which was a broke-minded way for me to go about content creation. And it was just inconsistent and a fast route to burnout. After implementing these systems, I got it down to just about 3 hours or less per video of my personal time while maintaining this same quality. In fact, even better quality in a lot of times, because now I'm leveraging other people's skills and time to help me buy back more of my own time and have a higher quality output. So to recap, here's how to build a successful YouTube channel when you're insanely busy. The first thing to do is to create a content bank by batching your videos out. The second thing to do is follow the Pareto Principle, the 80-20 rule of YouTube time allocation. Okay. Thirdly is to selectively outsource the most time-consuming and draining tasks and then hire people, or as I said, outsource it. Remember, consistency doesn't mean uploading every week. It means showing up regularly with quality content that serves your audience. Some of the most successful channels I've helped build publish just 2 to 4 videos per month, but each video is super strategically planned to maximize impact. And the truth is, being busy can actually be your secret advantage on YouTube. It forces you to be strategic and efficient. It forces you to create leverage, qualities that the algorithm actually rewards. But there's something that I didn't tell you at the start of this video, and everything that I just shared with you is, in a sense, completely useless if you don't know how to pick the right video topics that will actually grow your channel. If you don't, everything we just talked about will literally go down the drain and just waste your time. So if you want to learn how to do that, oh no, my light just died. Back to what I was saying. So if you want, you can click on this video right here where I reveal the exact topic selection framework that I use with my clients to find video ideas that are practically guaranteed to get views, even if you're just starting out. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And remember, as always, I'm rooting for you.